Okay, so this is finally it, my first video. Oh my God, so I'm so nervous. It's really weird looking at myself. So I'm coming at you all today with basically an extension of my podcast, Too Much with REX. I am REX, and I am going to be talking to you about all the going ons of what's going on in like the hip hop culture, what's going on with the black culture or black culture in general. I'm just going to be discussing the stuff that affects us. And at the same time, basically just sharing what I learned in being an adult because adulting is hard. It sucks. I don't know who signed up for this. I mean, I don't really want to be a kid again, but do I really want to be paying bills too? I'm just going to share that with you. My blog will be more focused on just the adulting topics, just stuff that I've learned and the mistakes I've made. This is going to be more focused on just what's going on the reality shows, what's going on with people in hip hop, rap, all the little gossip, basically the shade room stuff or what you read on Baller Alert. I'm going to be discussing that with you and just giving my opinions and creating a discussion. Okay, so today we are just gonna talk about Cesar Emmanuel's daughter because this thing was pretty much the main thing that happened this weekend, and I thought it was a great topic because I think it brings that discussion on should men be putting their hands on their daughters, what's abuse, what isn't abuse, because I saw that there are a lot of different opinions on this, and I think there always probably will be, and I think a lot of the time it depends where you're from, where you grew up. So first, let me recap real quick on what happened. So I don't know if you watch Black Ink Crew. I actually don't. I need to start. But I do know of the people on Black Ink Crew because duh. I follow the Shade Room, and if you do, you've seen plenty of all the people on Black Ink Crew. So one of the Black Ink Crew member people, whatever, employees or owners, whatever he is, if you know, leave it down in the comment what he does, because I thought I heard like they don't even do tattoos in the show, so I don't know, but comment down below and tell me. But basically, Cesar Emmanuel's daughter went on live and was blasting him, saying that he beat her and would stomp her, like put her she specifically said put hands on her and put his feet on her, and that he's just her organ donor, and that she never said anything because she knew how these things, coming out with these things, can ruin someone's life. But I guess what made her come out was that his current wife was talking about her, I guess. From what I saw, it was some back and forth with the daughter and his Caesar's current wife, because she was staying with them, and the wife had something to say about her behavior, that she didn't want to wash dishes, I guess, but she wanted $600 wigs, and that they had a maid or whatever, but the maid just, I guess, I don't know what the maid does, because she said it was just her responsibility to wash dishes and she didn't want to do it, and that kids don't respect adults and blah blah blah, and the mom did not like, Emmanuel's daughter's mom didn't like her talking about her daughter, and the mom was saying that the daughter came to her, that she was being abused and all this stuff, and that Cesar pulled her out the shower and started to beat her while she was naked. So that's, I guess, why the daughter went on live to basically go off. And Caesar stated that the daughter came to live with them because the mother couldn't control her, and that he was helping. And that is like my number one. That sent the alarms going off, okay? That when a guy, any man says he's helping when he takes his child in, there is a problem there. And we're going to get into that. But just to finish the story, I mean, I'm sure y'all have read it. And if you haven't, then you came to the right place, I guess. I might have some of the timeline wrong because Instagram has this stupid algorithms now. So it's hard to find stuff. So I had to like be scrolling and all this stuff. A lot of work. But anyways, he basically said he never body shamed her because the mom was saying that they body shamed her. What he said was that she just was gonna have some health issues or something, or had health issues because of her weight gain. And also the new wife also said the same thing, that she said she wanted to lose weight and they were supporting her, while the mother is saying that they actually were body shaming her. So who knows who's true? It's probably something in the middle. She probably said she wanted to lose weight, and then they probably maybe pushed her too far, because it's very touchy when it comes to weight. But anyways, Caesar is basically saying that the mom doesn't like the new wife, and that's the only reason why this whole thing is happening. And he is coaching the daughter to basically say all this stuff online. So why I thought this was such an interesting topic to talk about is what a father is, first of all, and also to talk about what actually is abuse and what do we consider abuse, because I think often even Black people have different views of abuse. And I think also where you're from in the country, you will have different views on what would be considered abuse. So she said that her father abused her. And what she described to me was definitely abuse, because if you're punching her and kicking her and stomping on her, that to me is abuse. Now, when my parents were growing up, that probably wouldn't be considered abuse. Like to them now, maybe, but back when they were kids, they would be like, nah, we were bad. We did something wrong, or we talked back, whatever. So we were going to get our ass kicked. So it really just depends on where how you grew up, I guess, to how strong abuse is. To me, I personally don't agree with punching. I do think spankings are, I think there's a difference between beating and spanking. Those are, to me, are just two different things. And she also mentioned about how when you have like a father should never put his hands on his daughter, which I thought was interesting, because for me growing up, it would be that your father, wait till your father gets home. And then you knew it was time, like, it was going down. So you would be like anxiously waiting for when your father gets home. So I thought that was actually interesting. And I have heard other people say that before, that, some people say that when you have a daughter, you will have the mother specifically discipline and the father disciplines the boys. So I think that is more, it depends on, again, where you're from, how you grew up. But what I was seeing in the comments was like, no, she shouldn't be on live. She shouldn't do this because you got to respect your parents and this and that. But like, what I'm thinking is, where does the line cross? Like, when do we stand up for the child? Because I do think, specifically with people of color, because this is what I focus on. I'm not really concerned about what white people are doing with their kids, to be honest, because again, they are in a different situation than us. So I'm not really concerned. But what I do believe I do believe this is a part of why we as a community, or we as people, can be a little bit behind sometimes, is realizing that pushing children down, I guess, or not allowing them to have a voice often can hold them back, I guess. In a way, I'm not sure what the word I'm looking for. This is why sometimes it's easier for me to write, because I can lose my words when I'm speaking. But I don't think it's necessarily wrong for her to want to share what she went through. And there's nothing wrong with her expressing herself, being upset. I think often it's how you do it, and it depends on how you're teaching them. And it sounds like to me that she was holding this in. Now, do I agree that she went on live and doing all this? No, but I also don't think they're in a normal situation. This guy is a reality star, and he's on a reality show. And if your current wife is posting about your daughter, first off, I personally think, from what I can see, is that the current wife is wrong. I forgot her name. Whatever the current wife's name is, I feel like she's in the wrong, because I don't think she should even be, my personal opinion, especially because she's a teenager. She wasn't there when she was growing up. It'd be one thing if that's who raised her, but that's not who raised her. This young woman, or a teenager, who has been living with her mom and just started living with her dad and his new family. So you really shouldn't be speaking on how the child should be raised and what she should be doing and what's appropriate. You should be doing that you should be going to the person you're married. So I feel like it was the adult that caused the problem at first. It wasn't really the child's fault. And she may have misbehaved, most likely, because teenager. Duh. What teenager didn't? But she, as the adult, I don't know how old she is. I'm gonna assume she's younger, or young-ish, but I can look it up, I guess. But do I really care? But she is the adult in the situation, and she's the child. You're posting about what the child did and is doing at the house, and what she wants and what she's doing wrong. You're putting her on blast. He should have came in that, like, he should have did that. Cesar Ben should have did that, because that is his daughter. And if you have a problem with his daughter, you should be going to him and telling him what the problem is and what you don't agree with, so that you can decide what's the disciplinary action we're going to take. Oh, when you are at our house, your responsibility is to wash the dishes. You do what you're supposed to, you'll get rewarded, period. And if she doesn't, she doesn't. That's it. But you don't, and the father can deal with that from there. And if it's that he's going to whoop her behind, then, I think she's a little old for that. Like, she should be able to understand when you speak to her. But unfortunately, also with teenagers, their minds they think they know everything. So, it's tough to speak to them. And I'm also not a parent, but what I know with me, I always took in when I was spoken to. If you put your hands on me, then I'm less likely to want to listen or fully want to understand, because I'm just angry. Whereas if you yell at me, or when I was getting in trouble, that hurt me more. And I would typically just cry, because all you had to do was yell at me, and I would just start crying, even as a teenager. But that was because I was somebody who did try like to listen and try to behave. But I also had pretty strict parents as well growing up. So, I didn't really get in trouble. I definitely did things that got me in trouble because my parents were strict compared to others. That's a different topic. maybe a topic for the blog. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you're interested. But I do want to make this open discussion. I'm curious to see what y'all think. Like, do you think he was abusive? What do you consider abusive? Like, does it have to be a punch? Is it okay to punch because it's your kid? Like, especially those who are parents. Like, do you feel like you can beat their ass because that is your kid and they were wrong? When they do something wrong and they don't listen, then they deserve that. Because I do, I am Haitian, so I do, I know how bad it can be. And I think I'm more Americanized, I guess, if you want to call it. I don't know. Because I did grow up here. I wasn't born there. But again, the way my parents grew up and what you would consider abuse to them may not be considered, isn't, they don't consider abusive, but to me it might be, oh no, that's too much. So I definitely think this is an important topic. I'm curious to see what happens. Most likely nothing. They're probably going to have it on the show, so I'll probably check that out so we can discuss some more. But I definitely wanted to bring this up, so make sure you comment, make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe so we can discuss some more. Not sure, we'll see what happens on the timelines this week, so I can make sure next Monday I can hook y'all up with another quick video, quick discussion video. If you think the video should be longer, if you think there should be more topics, let me know as well in the comments. And this is my first video, so be nice. But definitely let me know if you have any suggestions as well. Oh, you could see my background way more. I need me a background, clearly. But I do thank y'all so much for watching, and I'm hoping you will support me. My Instagram is too much with REX. That's TEW with REARIEX. And same thing for Twitter. My blog is also the same name. It's a WordPress site, so it'll be too much with rex.wordpress.com. I hope you enjoyed the blog as well. I did have a couple blog posts, so check those out. And again, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Bye.